What is up, YouTube? And good morning. Welcome back to the Jake G and Rodney show. What's up, baby? The Crypto Hour.
Man, it's good to be back. I think we're on week 5.
We're killing it, bro.
Who's counting though?
I don't know. Maybe, you know.
What you guys we both have coffee. Cheers, to you, man. Happy Tuesday. A lot of shit going on in the crypto space, huh?
Oh,
a lot of crazy stuff.
My goodness. But in the midst of everything, Inu, meme coins still absolutely sending crazy.
107 million market cap and climbing, I believe, when I looked this morning.
That's absolutely insane.
Look, people are ready for Volti change. There's big whales coming out. I know you saw a 91 ETH and a 92 ETH buy. Smart man once told me, follow the money. I'm following the money. It looks like that came from a SHIB whale. Look, people want to make money in these spaces. And trust me, there's thousands of whales that are in DeFi that made money with Shiba Inu, made money with Saitama, that are essentially degen whales. Like, they like to gamble and they say, hey, this is a massive event coming up for Volt Inu. If I put 91 or 92 ETH in, what can it turn into the future? Like, they probably see a lot of potential in Volt Inu. So I'm following the money, and I'm pretty excited about what's going on right now.
Yeah, well, when you put in massive amount of money like that, 20%, 50% gain is absolutely nutty, right? You're talking about like another 90 ETH,
And they know what they're doing.
Crazy.
It's like, look, they have 91 and 92 ETH respectfully. And I believe if my math served me right, that's 183 ETH. They have 183 ETH to put into a fucking project. Like, that's insane, right?
Yeah.
So they obviously know what they're doing. They see the potential. And I think that's why you're seeing the price pump as well. You're seeing a lot of money follow the money, which is usually smart money.
Absolutely. And good morning to the chat. What's up, babies? How y'all doing? Make sure to clickety-clack that like button, baby. Push us up in the old algorithm. And dude, what a week for crypto it has been. I'm speaking with old heads or listening to old heads who've been in this space for a while. And even they say that right now is probably the craziest time in cryptocurrency just because of what happened and the connections. This is crazy.
Those haven't even unfolded yet. Like, I'm the type of person, I wear the tinfoil hat, but I wait for facts to come out. But I mean, but you can't believe like a Venn diagram you see on Twitter, right? It's like we have to kind of see, because I see people trying to connect SBF to Gary Gensler and Caroline's father to his, like, there's a lot of shit that's going to come out. But if that rabbit hole is true, it is going to break the system.
Oh, I have some facts right here. I have some facts in front. 100% tried and true. I wrote them down, so it's kind of like some tinfoil thing. But listen closely. And then we'll get into crypto.com because that was scary, right?
Kind of. We'll get into that, though.
Okay, so 2019, Joe Biden announced his run for president. 2 weeks later, SBF launched the exchange.
Really?
Okay. FTX.
2 weeks later.
2 weeks later. Damn. Barbara Fried is a Stanford professor, which is, SBF's mother.
Go
right?
Cardinal.
Yeah, right. Co-founder of Mind the Gap, that's given $1 billion to Democrats. Democrat fundraising, pretty much, right? Okay. Gabe Bankman-Fried. Yeah, she is.
Wow.
Gabe Bankman-Fried, his brother, is the founder of Guarding Against Pandemics, advisor to large political donors. So this is for the next pandemic, right? Aunt Linda Fried, his aunt, right? Dean at Columbia University, strong links to the World Economic Forum. We all know about them, the Democrats, right? Sam is the second largest donor to Democrats next to George Soros. Okay.
Whoa.
So FTX was kind of an overnight success, $26 billion, right? Sequoia Capital invested, BlackRock invested, right? So Biden appointing Gary Gensler to the SEC, the guy we all love, Gary Gensler, right?
I love him.
Okay. So he was the finance chair to pretty much Hillary Clinton, right? During her campaign. The daughter of Gary Gensler, Gary Gensler's boss at MIT, right? His old boss at MIT his daughter is Caroline, the person who runs Alameda Research, who was appointed, right?
CEO.
Yes. So, the SEC is supposed to be protecting investors. They're supposed to be unbiased, right? Obviously, there's a lot of people intertwined here. So FTX head of ventures is a lady named Amy Wu, who used to work for the Clinton Foundation. Former CFTC commissioner Mark Wetjen, who worked under Obama, is the FTX US as head of policy and regulatory strategy. And of course, that Ukraine partnered with FTX Everstake to launch a new crypto donation website. So $18 billion was sent through FTX, which was given to aid in Ukraine. But of course, FTX collected those transaction fees. So they're tied all together. And I think that's why none of these media outlets are picking it up.
Is nobody covering it? If no one's covering it, because I don't watch the news as is. Like, go to CNN, just type in CNN and type in FTX and see if anything pops up. Because if not, then it's like, yeah, we saw this with the Hunter Biden laptop theory, right? The Hunter Biden, like no one covered it. And CNN, all these different media sources in the U.S. didn't cover it. But that's a lot of connections. Look, it doesn't make sense to me personally that all of these people from these high up organizations working for Biden and Clinton are getting into crypto as like the heads of these crypto firms. Like those correlations don't necessarily make sense. Usually you would stay in politics unless there was another reason. So all of these connections, that's a little bit too many connections. And I'm not even a conspiracy theorist, but I'm just saying like, that's a lot of connections. But here's my question then. Why FTX? Why, like, what exactly were they doing? We understand now, like, they were using customer funds, but why was the government, if this conspiracy theory is true, let's put on our tinfoil hats, why was the government using SBF and FTX? Like, what was their end goal? Just to funnel money, launder money? Like, what was the end goal?
So I don't think it was ever meant to fail. What I think was it was supposed to be a money generating machine, and then SBF was doing some shady shit, and then he wrecked it all. Because at the end of the day, I think he just lied to everyone. He lied to his sponsors, investors, his own teams, right? He lied to everybody. So I think that it was a money generating machine for Democratic Party because he was still donating money, right? I mean, he was still making it rain, and it failed because they got exposed for doing shady shit even behind their backs with Alameda Research, with investor funds and stuff like that. So I think that he just fooled everybody.
Gotcha. Okay. It's a big debacle, man. It's a wild story, and it's going to take a long time for all the facts to come out. I mean, what's the latest thing he's tweeting? Like, what is he tweeting, dude? He said, what happened? Like, what is he tweeting?
So people put it together. So he was doing these cryptic tweets yesterday, and we'll show it right here. We'll put it right here. He was doing these cryptic tweets yesterday about HAPP. So people found out that what he was doing is that apparently when you simultaneously post something and then you delete a tweet, the delete like little algorithm, because you can put people know when you're deleting tweets, it'll skip over the fact that you're deleting a tweet because you're adding a new tweet, so your tweet count doesn't change. So he was deleting old tweets because he's.
How do they know that he's? How would they know he's deleting tweets?
Because they're going back and not finding some of the tweets he was putting up.
Because, I mean, right now, I'm looking at his page. Like, go to his actual page. He's got 21,000 tweets. So it's not like he has, like, under 10,000 where it shows you individually how many tweets. Is there, like, a way to track it? Like,
there's all kinds of bots that, like, look at these algorithms that you can see if you delete a tweet. So that's what's going on. There's videos about it. I have to, like, get down and, like, really understand what's going on. But it does make sense.
I feel like that's still a conspiracy, though. I personally, I think that's a conspiracy. So I think he's going crazy. And he tweeted what happened. Then next, I'm looking at it on my screen. He says, not legal vice, number 10, not financial vice. This is all as I remember it, but my memory might be faulty in parts. I'll get to what happened, but for now, let's talk about where we are today. I think he's trying to just tell his story. I think he's going crazy. He probably hasn't slept in a week. He's probably on a bunch of Adderall. And he's probably trying to, I mean, dude, if he's going to delete his tweets, just delete the tweets, And I think he's going crazy. I think he might be trying to play a mental part, like saying that he was crazy or he was mental, like plea a mental deal, because he's going to be looking at close to maybe life in prison. I mean, if he was a normal guy and not backed by certain political parties, like he'd probably be facing life in prison for what he did.
Well, Martin Shkreli came out, the dude, who raised all
corrupt.
He came out and said, "Oh, you're only going to get like 7 years, bro. It's just securities fraud. You're good."
Wow, it's crazy.
So,
$8 billion, $10 billion.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe that's not the thing that's going on, but he is deleting tweets though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's had his Twitter account since
a while. He's had it for a while.
I'm trying March 2019. Interesting. Hasn't. Oh, that's right when FTX launched, huh?
Oh shit. Oh damn. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, but I'm sure he has some tweets that it's like, I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, I'm sure he's deleted tweets. I mean, it's just a tricky situation, dude. It really is. It's fucking wild. Like, it's just the most tragic story. This guy that was literally claimed as a hero a month ago as the JP Morgan of crypto, the man that's saving crypto. And then 1 month later, he is literally the most despised man in all of crypto and wrecked so many people. It's like, we talked about this stuff, we covered the story, but it's like, man, there were so many people that had funds on FTX that got wrecked. And it's like, I can't even imagine what that's like. Could you imagine like losing all of, especially during a bear market? You're like, all right, I have my crypto. Like, this is my nest egg in case I need it. And then just one guy screws it up and you can't access your funds. He was trading. He was using your funds to make high risk investments. Like, that's got to be a tough pill to swallow right now.
Yeah, Bernie Madoff on a crypto scale, you know, like, hey, here it's all fun and games when things are going well because no one wants to pull their money out. But it takes one event or one news event like CZ saying, "Yeah, I'm selling all my FTT tokens," for everyone to simultaneously freak out, want to pull their money, and then you're at that point where I can't give everybody back their money at once
Yeah.
because I ain't got it, you know?
Yeah. What's the latest on CZ? Because last week we were kind of indifferent. You said like, hey, I think that it was manipulation. I was like, I don't know if it is. Like, how are we feeling about CZ today? Do we think that he tried to crush him, or do you think he was just being transparent and trying to be the good guy?
I don't know because look at one scenario says or one idea says I'm CZ, I'm Big Daddy Binance, I'm crushing my competitors, which is kind of capitalism, right? But I don't know because is he looking out for investors? Is he trying to get rid of bad actors? Do all the crypto DeFi people know SBF you had to know he had all those ties. That's why BitBoy was coming after SBF because BitBoy knew about SBF and maybe all the other big heads like Charles Hoskinson's and
For sure.
they all knew about SBF. Like he's not one of us. You know what I mean? He's a centralized guy. He's in with all these politicians. So maybe they're trying to get that man out of there. You know?
Yeah, they all knew. I think that CZ, when you're dealing with billionaires like this that are running these massive companies, like, look, they understand. They can see the puzzle pieces that are down there, and they can make moves. And I think that he was making a move. Like look, he knew. Like, what kind of threw me off guard was that he made the tweet, right, saying that he's going to sell his 500+ million in FTT. And then 4 hours later, he's like, "Oh, I just saw something, and I thought one little thread. I didn't think one little thread would have this big effect." It's like, dude, you have 8 million followers on Twitter. Like, that when you tweet, it's going to move markets, right? Him, Elon Musk. I was going to make a joke about an influencer, but I didn't want to go there. Anyway, so
that shit, baby.
No, it's too late now. He knows his tweets would move markets, but that's why I think so. And look, here's the thing: he waited for an opportunity to crush his opponent totally, and he did. That's law number 15. Of the 48 laws of power, Robert Greene, crush your enemy totally. And he literally left no hope for SBF to come back ever. So I do think it was
looks like we may have had Jake disappear on us here for a second. But to go off what Jake said, looks like Jake is stuck in the metaverse unless I'm good. Yeah, it's me. No, it's Jake. But we'll wait for Jake to get back. Let's see. So the crazy thing about all this and what Jake is saying is, maybe CZ, had some malicious intentions, maybe he did. Yeah, Jake's stuck in the metaverse. Do me a favor, smash that like button. We got 180 people here. Let's go, baby. But yeah, I mean, that's a good point, right? Especially with this whole crypto.com thing, because it seemed like he was throwing shade at crypto.com, right? I mean, those of you guys in the comments, some of you crow holders out there, it seemed like he was literally doing the same thing to crypto.com because he was implying that they were, fibbing their financial statements, which to me is a little crazy, right? And then, of course, all this FUD came out about crypto.com. People were freaking out, but business continued running as usual. So to me, it's like, man, what is CZ trying to do? Does CZ just see things in the background that we don't see? And he's trying to make us hit to it? Because here's the thing. I had no clue that SBF and FTX had all these connections to the Democratic Party. And it's not just the Democrats, okay? Let's not make this political. It's just you connected to people that are supposed to be the opposite of what DeFi is. That's what it's supposed to be. And I feel like having these people in DeFi just feels a little weird. Look, I like regulation as much as the next guy. I want regulation, especially for stable coins. But to have someone who's so deeply tied to these people and power and politics, and it's so it's like it's not what crypto's supposed to be, and to me it's just absolutely insane. Yes, and I think SBF just kidnapped Jake. Where is Jake Gagan, baby? Excuse me. Oh, dude, I've had a cold for like 2 weeks and I do not know why I can't get rid of it. I don't know what's going on. I think I just need to stay in more and just sleep all day, but I can't. Yes, thank you so much, CalMC. But what do you guys think in the comments? It's like, dude, this is absolutely insane. Like, right? Like, where do we draw the line? You know what I mean? Where do we draw the line with these people that can just come into cryptocurrency, infiltrate it, and use it as a way to make money for the Democratic Party? Because that's what I think it was. It was a money-making machine, It was a money-making machine, and then SBF was doing some shady shit, and he fooled everybody even then, Exactly. You're right, WT. You're right, WT. So CZ needs to stay. Yeah, CZ need to chill on Cronos. Okay. Yeah, when CZ came out with that statement and Cronos started to dump, I was like, oh my goodness, please God, not another one. Please God, not another one. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. But if you guys want to hear some more, and this is where I got all these notes from, these talking points, is this lady named Really Graceful. Let me share my screen here. Really Graceful. Very, very good content. Am I going to the Terra AMA at 12? No, they blocked me on Twitter, so I won't be able to see them. But, you know, when it comes to, getting down to like what exactly is going on, you guys should really, really check out this video by Grace. I'm gonna go ahead and put it.
Hey, internet friend.
I'm gonna go ahead and put. It's a really good video. You guys should definitely watch this. Let me. Can I copy this? Let me see. Go to YouTube, and I'm just gonna copy it for you guys. Put
Market
it
Smith.
The comment section. You guys put that on your watch list to save your watch list for later. That's a very, 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 very good stuff, right? Very, very good stuff. Let me go ahead and see what's up with Jakey G. See, maybe he's stuck in the metaverse somewhere. Let's see. Maybe he's stuck in the metaverse somewhere. Yeah, I don't know where Jake G's at, but it's on the Crypto Stackers YouTube channel. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I might check it out. But yeah, it's absolutely crazy, guys. All this stuff going on, when it comes to, yeah, I bought the Cronos dip too. I bought a little bit of it, but I don't know. Is CZ like just saying, "Hey, I'm looking out for you guys," because you have to think about like what CZ is looking at. Like when I look at the FTX situation and I'm CZ, if you're CZ, you have to know what you're gonna say is gonna affect something like FTX. Like you have to know that. Come on now. But is he like looking out for us by getting rid of this bad actor? But at the same time, a lot of people got wrecked because of FTX. And a lot of people want to blame influencers and stuff, and they're not looking at how deep this rabbit hole goes. People are blaming like the Meet Kevins, the Graham Stevens of the world. It's like they were sponsored by FTX. They thought it was a layup. Everybody thought FTX was a layup until it wasn't, right? Shout out to the Volt fam in here. Do me a favor, smash that like button if you have some Volt in here. Roddy, did you move some Cronos? I did not move my Cronos. My Cronos has always been my Coinbase account and a DeFi wallet. I don't have the Crypto.com exchange. What's up, baby? We back.
Yo. Hear me?
We thought SBF kidnapped you, bro. We thought he fucking jumped in and snatched you up.
That's one of the downfall of. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah. All
right, because my thing's messed up here, but it's one of the benefits and the downfall of living in a house that was built in I think 1914.
It's so nice though. Your place.
It's right on the beach. Yeah, it's nice. But it's so I had my heater plugged in again, and I think does anybody know in the chat like if you have your heater plugged in, does it use like is it that much power?
It'll cut your shit off or your
twice.
Off.
Yeah, it's twice. Like I had my heater plugged in, and I already have like lights and shit and cameras plugged into this one switch. So shut off the power. Had to wake my brother up from his slumber. It's 8 o'clock. Why is he sleeping anyways? And I was like, hey, how do we do this? Apparently, it went off last night too. So heaters, guys, they shut off the power. But anyways, we're back. What did I miss?
Nothing. I was just talking about how now CZ, like you said, like he had to know what he was saying is bad. What about the Crypto.com thing? He's pretty much implying that Crypto.com was sending funds between them and Gate.io to fake their financial statements.
What was that shit, dude? Like first off, let me just say this. I haven't looked into it. I probably should. You could probably explain it, but like nobody sends $400 million to the incorrect address. I'll just say that. Like when I send $100 to someone, I triple check the address. If you're sending $400 million, you better quadruple. You better have 8 people check that, right? It's like so. What happened with that?
So apparently it was a whitelisted address, which means that it was some place that they did send money before, but this was the wrong destination for this exact transaction. So they sent it to Gate.io. They sent $400 million to Gate.io. And okay, the thing is, shout out to MetaMonkey AI. MetaMonkey AI is in the chat, ready to vote, baby. The thing is, so over a span of like I think 5 to 7 days, Gate.io sent all that money back. But what CZ came out and said that you shouldn't trust companies who send money or exchanges that send money in between each other to fake financial statements, because at the time people were really urging these cryptocurrency entities to release their financial statements because that was the issue with FTX. FTX had a bunch of FTT token, which is funny money, right? It's all created to, so he's accusing other exchanges. He didn't say who, but obviously it's Crypto.com of fibbing financial statements by sending money in between them.
Yeah, that's it's pretty sketchy. But look, let me just talk about Crypto.com. I had had money on on a lot of the exchanges that went down. So I followed it very closely. I saw how Alex Mashinsky reacted. I saw how Duquan reacted. I saw how Steve Ehrlich reacted. I saw how SBF reacted. What I saw differently from Chris, the CEO of Crypto.com, is that he got ahead of things via live stream. There was nothing to hide, and he was accountable for everything, and he had proof, right? Yeah. All the other characters, all the other guys who deserve federal prison for a long, long time, they all put out a tweet and said, everything's fine. We have billions of assets. Don't worry. That's it. Chris was like, no, fuck that. Like, live stream as soon as I can Monday morning. Let me show you guys the proof we have. There's nothing to worry about. And he got ahead of the situation. So he showed true leadership. Not saying it's 100% safe. I don't think that you should ever keep your money on an exchange. But Crypto.com handled things a little bit differently, which gave me some confidence in their business.
Yeah, no, 100%. The only thing that is a question in my mind is like, don't make that mistake again, because they did send $10.5 million to a lady in Australia, and it took them 7 months to realize that they sent it to her. That is a dead serious. And then when they went to recoup the money, she had already bought a $1.5 million house. Which, hell yeah.
Yeah, what happened with her? Did she get to keep the money? I would keep the money. No, why? You sent me 10 million. I mean, like, yeah. When I say it like that, it makes me say, like, okay, that never happens. But it's like, dude, you fucking sent me 10 million. Like, that's on you.
Yeah, same thing. Well, in DeFi, like if it was just like a centralized exchange or wallet to wallet, you can't recoup that; it's gone. But centralized exchanges,
they can blacklist it or get it back somehow. What do they send? ETH, USDC?
I think they sent ETH or something like that. Yeah, it's crazy. No, I think it was USDC. It was
USDC. They could blacklist it, like USDC can for ETH.
Well, now they can. ETH 2.0. They're
proof of memes.
Yeah, right. Right.
So that's like the name ETH 2.0.
Right, it's like, yeah. I mean, if you're that lady, like you're living your life, 7 months later, you think it's a mistake, and then
what happened?
That money, yeah.
What happened with the $1 million house?
Right. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I didn't read the rest of that story, but they've done things like this before.
Yes, yeah. They need to have better operations on sending shit. Like, I don't think I've ever sent anything to the wrong address. I've sent tens of thousands of transactions. I've never once sent it to the wrong address once in my life.
Yeah.
All it takes is literally a 2-second double check. That's it. You check your address, you check the last 4, you check your Coinbase app or your MetaMask when you're sending it, you check the last 4 again, and you hit confirm because it's right. It's like tens of millions of dollars, 400 millions, but you don't know the scale, right, at which they're sending it. You don't know who's sending it, right? It could be some idiot. But ultimately, be a little bit more careful, Crypto.com.
100%. Yeah. So we'll see what happens with them. I mean, he's saying that we're all good. Time will tell. But I do believe him when he says that. I think he seemed very he seemed like he just knew everything when he was
ownership.
On that live stream. Yeah, 100%. He seemed legit.
He did different things than what SBF, Duquan, Steve Ehrlich, and Alex Mashinsky did. What they did was they put out a tweet and then they ran and hid. This guy got in front of it. So we saw that 98% of their withdrawals went through. There was a large amount, but I think people should feel safe on Crypto.com. But at the end of the day, guys, get off the exchange, right? They even Crypto.com has a wallet. Just put your money in their hardware wallet.
Yeah, and he even said like, we have a DeFi wallet. Like, you just go ahead and hey,
use that.
If you don't use Crypto.com, use our DeFi wallet.
I wonder why though. Like I think it still counts as because Coinbase has their wallet. Binance is now pushing Trust Wallet. Like, I feel like it's still at some point a little bit centralized. Although you own the keys, like there's something.
Yeah.
Or else why would they create their own? Like, what's the business in owning a Trust Wallet? And they have to be getting fees somewhere. I don't know if it's sending and receiving, but why do they all have their own DeFi wallets? If they have the exchanges. So there's something that's, I don't know if they still own the money that's on there. I don't know if it still counts as assets on their balance sheet. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but there's something going on there because they all have these DeFi wallets. It was all a race to get their DeFi wallets out there.
Yeah, and if you guys don't know, Coinbase has a Coinbase wallet. Trust Wallet is Binance's DeFi wallet. And then the Crypto.com wallet is Crows wallet. But I think that what they do is they make it easier for you to transfer money from your centralized exchange to your DeFi wallet. So you can have them linked, or you could open them. You could open a DeFi wallet without having any links to any of the exchanges. When you link it, it may be the point where, hey, if the IRS wants to know what the hell you did with 10 grand that went from your exchange, maybe they'll give your wallet address over to the government,
Yeah, and at the end of the day, we have a lot of people in here. I think it's a good time to preach just a hardware wallet, a Trezor,
oh my God,
a Ledger, or a SafePal. If you're watching this stream and you do not have your crypto in a hardware wallet, even if it's $10, $100, $50, it doesn't matter. It's a mistake, because right now it's like if you have your crypto in a hardware wallet, it's very hard to hack. Like, someone has to have your seed phrase, someone has to have your password, someone has to have your code, like someone has to have your hardware wallet to scan it. It's really impossible to hack. So if you're keeping your money on a MetaMask or a Trust Wallet and there's no 2-factor authentication, you're at risk. You should probably get your crypto off there.
Yeah, and we have 230 people in here. Make sure you smash that like button, guys. Push some of the old algorithm. And yeah, and let us know in the comments down below. What do you have? Do you guys have a hardware wallet? Do you like the just the regular DeFi wallet, or do you like the centralized exchanges? I know centralized exchanges are convenient, but man, you got to take the step and dabble in DeFi, baby, because these exchanges, they really can wreck you if they go under. You know?
Yeah, I mean, the only I think I froze my thing again. The only crypto that I keep onto a centralized exchange is my Cardano, which is on Binance US, who I feel is probably the safest at this point. It's a small amount of my current holdings, and it's just because my current hardware wallet doesn't support Cardano. So that's the only reason I keep it on a centralized exchange. Other than that, I wouldn't recommend it at all.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. And you can use exchanges as this. Hey, if you ever want to cash out money, send it to your exchange, turn that into fiat. Just use it for that and make sure you handle that all within, however long it takes. Usually that whole process is 15 minutes.
And do it in batches too. Like, let's say you're cashing out 10,000, send whatever you're okay with. Send 1,000, cash it out. Send 1,000, cash it out. Send 1,000, cash it out. Yeah, you might have a little bit more transaction fees, but at least you're not getting wrecked for $10,000. So they're called exchanges for a reason. They're not called keep your money on here forever. It's called exchanges, right? Exchange the money and get out of there.
Yeah. And the unfortunate thing is that Crypto.com actually pointed this out. Is that, yeah, we are just an exchange. We don't take your money and trade with it and then say we're holding your funds. No, they're actually just an exchange. DJ with a $5 donation. Shout out to DJ, number one DJ in the space. And really loving your Instagram, man. A lot of cooking, a lot of cool stuff. See this guy bebopping around LA. Says connect your wallet with the exchange for safer and cheaper transfers. Plus, you can trade tokens on wallets too. They get the fees. Got it. So your wallet gets the fees when you're using because you could trade it within the wallet.
Makes sense. Yeah. That obviously makes sense. And then but they do but it's just the same thing as keeping their exchange. So yeah, I agree. Awesome, Austin, the legend.
Centralized exchanges are not your 401k.
They're not at all. Okay. Yeah, they're not your friends.
Yeah, no. All right. So speaking of meme coins, Volt Inu going absolutely dummy. Let's just look at this price actually, because this is kind of insane right now. But the question to me is, last year, one of the things I remember, right? So smash that like button if you're a big Volt, if you're a Volt Inu fan out there in the chat. But here's the thing: remember within the bull run, how much were you paying in gas fees to make like a $500 swap? How much do you think?
Probably like average like $75. Sometimes like $300. At like a cheap night was like $25.
What's the most you've ever been quoted on a transaction?
Oh, probably like $1,000.
Nuts, right?
I obviously didn't do it, but it's like, yeah, I mean, like, $300 was like normal. Yeah, crazy though, dude. And like it forced your hand because like if the price was pumping, you wanted to sell, and it's like if you were, let's say you're going to sell for $10,000, like $300 is honestly it's not that bad, right? It's like it's but if you're doing a $500 transaction and the price to sell was 300, it's like it's bad. So like yeah, the Ethereum gas fees were a way for whales to really win.
Yeah, 100%. Plus, you have slippage and taxes. It's like, Jesus, you'd really have to make some profits to take anything,
Yeah, man, that's right. A lot of these, I forget the token. It's Steven Rocket Crypto's token. I forget what it's called, but it's like, dude, his taxes were insane.
Dude. Okay, so the question is, which competitors to Ethereum during the bull run will make the next batch of popular meme coins? Is it the BNB chain? BEP20 tokens are popular, or will it be something like the Cronos blockchain, a very popular blockchain?
I think it will probably be BEP20. There's a lot of rug pulls and scams that happen on BSC, but here's the thing. Binance is making its wave in crypto right now. Like a lot of people are trusting Binance. So it would make sense for me for that to be the next chain. Obviously, gas fees are incredibly cheap on BSC. Yeah. It's very easy to use, just like, they have Pancake Swap, which is the same thing as Uniswap. So I think there will be adoption in all of them, maybe Solana as well. Hopefully Solana makes a comeback, but Solana, who knows? Cardano might finally release a product and have some different meme coins trading on there. But I think Cronos will be a competitor. I think that BSC will probably be that top rival, but I still think Ethereum will be the main dog.
Yeah, you're right. Like Ethereum may be the main dog, but the door could be wide open for like a large amount of people to just start building these meme coins on other blockchains. And let's not get it twisted, guys. When it comes to meme coins, you guys got to start treating them like the right way. So most of them are here for a good time, not a long time. Not all of them, most of them. Some will last, stand the test of time like Volt Inu, but some will be here for a month,
Yeah, Yep. And don't kill me, Mike. My Chrome is like not responding and my screen's all white. So I'm gonna jump out and jump back in, man. I gotta move. I gotta move.
Yeah.
Can you like it looks normal?
I see you. Yeah, you're fine.
I know my screen, I'll send you a picture. It's just all white. So give me 10 seconds.
So you can't see me at all? Okay.
No.
Okay, now you're frozen. Look at Jake. Look at Jake. But yeah, guys, the door is wide open for another blockchain to be popular for meme coins, out there. So there could be a good yes, Big A Armory. So there could be the opportunity could be very, very open for what's up, Jake? We got you back, baby.
Good now.
Give me a second. Good to go. Yeah, so the door could be wide open. I mean, Solana was popular during the bull run. You remember that?
Solana was popular, less than 10 days ago. Like Solana, I hold a lot of Solana. I love Solana. I set my background to Solana colors. That's on accident, by the way. I think I just like these colors, but I like Solana. But dude, it just got caught. Like all that happened with Solana, and let me hear me out on this too. And I want to get your opinion. So before this whole SBF fiasco, one of the downfalls of Solana was the network would go down once every 2 months, right? And it'll go down for like 15 minutes. It's not that big of a deal, but it's still like you want your network to work perfectly. I get that.
Yeah.
The second biggest fault with Solana was that people were saying it's centralized. It's like it's a decentralized project that's centralized. Why is it centralized? Because over 10% of the supply is owned by SBF and his cronies at Alameda. Yeah. Now that they went out, that 10% is now gone. So a lot of people in the Solana community, I don't know if they're just trying to make it a positive story, but they're like, hey, Solana is no longer owned by Alameda. We're no longer centralized. So it's like now we're actually a decentralized protocol that's building. But I feel bad because they just got caught in the crossfire. Like nothing changed with the blockchain. Nothing changed with the dev team. Nothing changed with the fundamentals. All that happened was that SBF and his cronies owned about 10% of the supply.
Yeah, dude, 100%. And what we're seeing there, is that, Solana did launch around the time the FTX came out. And a lot of people are saying that Solana was kind of, the initial seed investing was provided, or the liquidity was provided by FTX and maybe SBF. But I don't know. I think Solana is more than that. It's not just an FTX funded project. I think that we have to separate the two. I think Solana has a lot of potential, and I actually bought a good amount of that dip, man.
Really? I've been holding off because I'm like, fuck.
Dude, yeah,
I'm debating.
All the way down.
Yeah, I'm holding it to. I'm debating what I'm going to do because I had a talk with B Roots yesterday. He's like, look, if you're at a loss, which I'm at a loss with my Solana, I think my average price is probably around like $50, maybe like in the 40s, but so I'm down quite a bit. I bought some at 22, but he was like, hey, like, is it worth it to cut your losses? Whether it's, I don't know it exactly, but maybe it's a 5-figure loss, small 5-figure loss. But it's like, is it worth it to cut your losses and maybe put it into something like Matic or put it into another layer one that probably has the chance of 10 to 20x during the next cycle? Yeah. So I'm debating what I need to do with my Solana personally. I don't think anything's changed with the fundamentals, but obviously it has a lot of, it's now tied to FTX. Somewhat. It just got in the crossfire. I think it's actually untied to FTX in the long run. But yeah, still debating what to do with my Solana because you never want to settle a loss. But like B-Roots was spitting some facts. He's like, hey, what if you put it into Matic and it 20x's and Solana, doesn't? It's like, is it worth it to convert it to Matic? And it's like, yeah, probably.
No, 100%. And do me a favor, guys, smash that like button. We have 260 people in here. And let me know in the comments, are you guys still bullish on Solana? What do you guys think about Solana? If not, why?
I don't want to read the comments because it's all going to be no. Like every time I post that, like, what about Solana over there? He's like, no. Get out.
We'll see though. This has a chance to be a great comeback if these guys keep working because there's a lot of people out there who are still going to give Solana a chance, in my opinion.
Yeah, man. I think it's faster than Ethereum. It's more secure than Ethereum. It's cheaper than Ethereum. Like the blockchain is great. The NFTs, they rivaled the Ethereum NFTs in 2021. So the blockchain is working good. I just think that, this was just but this wasn't even, like, that's the thing. That's why I'm still bullish on it because it wasn't even a Solana issue, right? It's not like Solana was tied to Alameda in any way. It's like they just happened to own a shitload of their project because they got in early. But they did that with a lot of projects, right? Like they own a lot of different protocols and projects, a lot of the supply. So I think it's a good comeback story. Me speaking about it makes me more bullish, and I think I might be buying the dip here.
Let's go. Hyping yourself up, huh? Let's go.
I know, right? Yeah, sometimes I'm a good salesman, so I just sold myself on Solana.
Yay! Just to go back a little bit in the show, Crypto Realist says, shout out to Crypto Realist Jeremy back on the YouTube grind.
Let's go, Jeremy.
He says, what proof was provided? All he did was talk and just repeated what had already been said. The balance report will be out in 3 weeks. And he's talking about the CEO of Crypto.com. What I'm saying is that he had an AMA where he addressed every concern of the community. Now, the burden of proof is still on them. They still have to provide that balance sheet that has to be legit. I can't wait for them to provide it and then for the community to cut it up and really see how honest it is or is not,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can only take someone someone's word at face value. I mean, I don't blame Jeremy for thinking that way because every other CEO that came out and said we're fine has lied. But something is different with this one for me personally. Don't take my opinion on it. I'm just saying I have a good understanding of someone's integrity and morals, and I feel like this guy is telling the truth. And I've seen leaders in hard times and what true leadership is, and getting ahead in front of this. He did a live stream Monday morning at like 8 a.m. to get ahead of the FUD that came from the weekend. All the other CEOs sat behind their computers, said, we're fine. Everything is okay. We have $10 billion in assets. We're going to be okay. 3 days later, withdrawals stopped almost immediately. Crypto.com got ahead of it. I'm sure they probably lost so much money. They probably had so much money, probably half of their revenue taken off of their exchange, and they're still operating today. They're not pausing withdrawals. They're not under any pressure. So for me personally, I believe they're fine. Like I said before, that doesn't mean keep your money on the exchange, but I do believe that Crypto.com will make it just based off of what the gentleman was saying. Like I said, don't trust anything these guys are saying, but for some reason, the way he presented it, how he got ahead, it made me feel like he had nothing to hide.
No, you're completely right. And people gotta understand, like, if we are in the community, a lot of people are just emotionally scarred, right? There's a lot of PTSD because everyone's lied to us.
As they should be. Yeah, as we all are. So, if you look at how other CEOs have handled things and what they've said, you have every right to believe that Chris is lying too, and you should probably get your money off his exchange. But just like I said, how he handled it, the professionalism, showing the leadership traits, I think that Crypto.com will make it through these hard times.
100%. And you have all these people coming out saying, "Oh, you're spreading FUD," or it's like, guys, I think that the community gets to jump the gun. Okay, the community gets to imply things, because we've been wrecked so many times. Until we start taking a string of W's, right? I think that it's you gotta verify first, right, before anything. So I understand when people freak out and those sorts of things because we've just been lied to so much.
Yeah, you can't trust these people. What was FTX tweeting 5 days ago? What was Caroline tweeting 5 days ago?
We're all good. We're all good. CZ, if you want to sell your token, CZ, we'll buy them from you. We're good. Everything's fine.
Crazy, man. Like, dude, how do you mess up that bad? It's like you had $10 billion. It's like, how do you mess up that bad? Like, what was going on in that guy's head, man? And you can look at him. Like, we were pulling up pictures of him from 2021 to 2022 yesterday, and it's like this looks like a man under distress, like massive stress. Like, his hair went from like good curls, like nice curls, to just fucking flatten out. Like, his face, he gained like 45 pounds. It's crazy. So it looks like he was feeling the stress for months and months and months.
Yeah, 100%, man. And I don't know, maybe they're having too many orgies at his mansion, man. I don't know. Maybe he was just
Yeah, that's good for you, though. That would make you happy, I feel like.
Dude, what's crazy is that everyone's like, oh, he drives a cheap car. It has a $35 million mansion. It's like, okay, guys, let's
he sleeps on a beanbag. You sent the Andrew Tate video. It's so true. It's like, I want my fucking billionaires flexing. I want my billionaires acting like Richard Hart, going to get Prada, spending money, giving $27 million back to charity. Like, that's what we want from our billionaires. We don't want a billionaire that's driving Corolla. It's like, what the hell's wrong with that guy? Why is he hoarding his money? You have billions of dollars. Live in the mansion. Have the orgies.
Yeah, fine. Like Richard Hart, I think like we don't need to see you twerking on Twitter. I think it's getting kind of lame for me. But what I'm saying is that, dude, I want my billionaires and people that, if you created a product or anything, like my mic, like my camera, like anything I value, and you're providing value to my life and everybody else's life by something that you spent your life creating, you should be rich. You should have a Rolex. You should have nice cars and nice house. Why? Because you earned it. And in our society, we reward people for creating value. And those people that create value should live lavish lifestyles. You virtue signaling to me that you drive a Toyota and you don't, I don't care. I think it's cheesy, overplayed, and who cares?
You have $1 billion. You have multiple billions, dude. Like a Lamborghini or a nice car. You don't need to get a Lambo. Get like a Tesla. It's like, that's a 0.000. It's just a weird flex, It's like, I don't care about money. I want to give away all. Dude, that video that came out was like, Ian sent it to me yesterday. We watched on the stream, but it's like it was just so corrupt from the beginning. Like, he wants to give all his money away and supporting all these different funds, and the whole story. It's like he's going to go down in history as one of the worst people that have ever lived, I think, just for what he did.
Yeah, I'm actually interested to see what kind of legal actions are going to be taken against him,
What do you think, man? I mean, he has to go to prison. He has to go to prison.
I don't know, man. How much do they investigate? Because when they start investigating, this is not going to look good for the powers that be. I don't know. We're going to see a lot of because look at the mainstream medium they are covering it. CNN is covering it, but no one's talking about ties to anything. They're only talking about FTX. Yeah. And the only questions they asked him were are you getting sleep? And he's like, yeah, I'm sleeping sometimes or something like that.
To SBF? Oh, yeah. I think the New York Times did an interview, right?
Yeah.
I didn't read that yet. I think you just needed to get picked up by a different type of people, right? You needed to, if the ties come out, like, look, there's a lot of people that have channels out there that will talk about this, whether it's YouTube channels at a smaller scale like yours and mine, or whether it's bigger channels like Joe Rogan. It's like if there are ties, people will talk about it. So whether the mainstream media, we know Fox News will probably cover it if there's ties, right? On the left side or right side. So it's like there are channels now that people will talk about it, but I think it's just going to take time, and it's going to take guys like Zach XBT and CoffeeZilla to talk about this and get some of that information out there.
Now, another important issue, and I want to hear your opinion on this, Jake. Okay, so CoffeeZilla made a video pretty much dunking on the big, Meet Kevins, the Graham Stevens, and the other financial YouTubers for being promoted by FTX. I have to think if you're an influencer and you see the other big companies behind FTX, you probably think the sponsorship's a layup. Do you think that they're to blame?
I think that they should take ownership. Yeah. I don't think that they're to blame. I think as an influencer, and they're obviously at a larger scale, but it doesn't matter your scale. You have to be cognizant about the projects, tokens, exchanges that you're bringing to your audience and the people, right? We have that responsibility. I have that responsibility. That's why I turned down 99.5% of the tokens that hit me up, right? And Rodney can vouch for this. Like literally, I turned down everything because I'm like, this probably isn't going to do anything. This is probably not a good token. This is probably not going to be here in the long run, right? So we have a responsibility. Now, if FTX would have hit me up and offered a deal, I probably would have taken it because of what it looked like, right? What it appeared to be. It appeared to be the number 3 exchange in the world, right? Top 2 exchange. It appeared to be safe. It appeared to have these regulations. So obviously when these exchanges go down, they're going to come to the influencers. When tokens go down, they come to the influencers, right? Because you're making content about it. But I don't think that they should be responsible. I think that they should be accountable. I think they should take ownership and apologize to their viewers and apologize to people that they wrecked, right? Because I'm sure a lot of people listen to them and put their money on FTX and put their money on BlockFi. Now they can't access their money. So they should take ownership. Are they responsible? Not really. Should they do a better job? Yeah. But realistically, like they weren't just shilling some shit ass exchange, that no one believed in and everybody knew was going to go down. It's like they were shilling a top 2 exchange in the world that fooled pretty much everybody. So responsible, no. Accountable, yes.
100% right. And I think it's kind of unfair to be, look at they've those guys promoted some pretty bad things, but and these are just a small list of people that got behind FTX and SBF. He fooled BlackRock, right? Sequoia Capital, big investment, firms. Paradigm, Gary Gensler. I threw that in there because that's funny. The Miami Heat basketball arena was going to buy naming rights. MLB did the sponsorship with FTX. TSM Esports. F1 Mercedes. Tom Brady. Steph Curry. So I'm like, wow, if I'm an influencer and the FTX approaches me like, hey, man, I'm like, hell yeah, baby, send it. And apparently they were paying some guy $50,000 a month to sponsor their, isn't that nuts? To be sponsored.
It is, but it's like, I mean, how many subscribers does he have, right? Does he have 1 million subscribers? Is he going to bring you in over $50,000 a month in trading fees and volume? Probably. And it's like, he's probably going to bring you a lot more. So yeah, they pay the big bucks. But yeah, if like I said, if FTX would have approached me 7 months ago, I would have looked at it and be like, wow, this exchange looks legit. They have Tom Brady, they have Steph Curry, they have MLB. So it's like, you have to really be able to do, I don't think anyone saw this coming. So I don't blame the influencers. Obviously, after the downfall happened, it's easy to point your fingers at them. You want to, it's kind of funny. And a lot of them are being assholes, like Real Meat Kevin's kind of being an asshole online. I think he's like starting to apologize, but at first he wouldn't like take ownership. It's like, dude, you don't have to apologize either. Like Pomp put Anthony Pomp put it. He was promoting BlockFi and FTX, and he put a tweet out. He's like, "I'm not apologizing because I was duped." He's like, "I take ownership." He took ownership. He did like a 25-page thread. He took ownership for it, but he's like, "I'm not apologizing." I respect that. I respect that. I don't think you should apologize for things you're not actually sorry for. But he took ownership. He's like, "I fucked up, man. I shouldn't have promoted this. I should have done my due diligence better, but I was duped, so I'm not going to apologize to you guys." So I respect that.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. It's like I think take ownership, but you got to blame the main person and who fooled everybody, even the people he was making money for is SBF. I don't know what it is. He just got everybody.
He got everybody, man. It looked good though. I think like the sponsorships too. It's like when I saw the FTX Arena and I saw Tom Brady, and I was like, dude, the Super Bowl commercials and Steph Curry. I was like, dude, this shit's like, this is a big exchange. But then I thought about it. I was like, I don't know one person that has money on FTX. Right? I know all of my friends, every single one of my friends has a Coinbase account. Every single one of them. Like that's the one. Now, other people have Binance US accounts. That's a good exchange as well. Some have KuCoin, but I don't know one person that has an I've never even had, I have like 9 different exchanges. I have all of them. I never had an FTX account.
Yeah. 100%. And then I just want to read I also want to read this comment by Fi. He says, an apology doesn't take me out of the poorhouse if I lose all my money. That's true. Apology doesn't help, but damn, it's nice to see people take ownership of something they promoted that wrecked people,
You have to, man. And I've been I think I've made a video about like one rug pull on accident, like probably a year ago, right? And I took ownership. I was like, hey guys, I'm sorry. This token, they paid me this much. I made a video about it, and I'm sorry if you lost, right? I took ownership. I was like, I didn't tell you to invest. I was just doing a token review for it. It went down. That was a mistake, right? But I think ultimately it's like, you do have to take ownership. You promoted it. Graham Stephan, you promoted this. Andre Jick, you promoted it. Like you told people that you're so safe in the interest. Like take ownership. Take ownership. That's it. You don't have to apologize. Take ownership.
100%. This is hilarious. Biz says the only reason why I would have FTX was due to them buying my assets on Voyager. So Biz got wrecked on Voyager.
Me too, Biz. Me too. I would have got double wrecked. Though FTX is saving us, and then they wrecked us again. What's happening with the Voyager case? They keep sending these long emails. I don't even look. I'm like,
me too. Yeah, they keep Voyager. Get out of my DMs, you mother. Get out. I lost $100. Thanks, Biz. But Biz already gave me a super chat for it. But I was going to send 10 grand to Voyager, but I ended up falling asleep on my couch. I remember that. I'm a serial napper. I be napping a lot, but I was going to send 10K to Voyager because, I wanted to give Biz his $25 Bitcoin sponsor thing, or what it was, affiliate link or whatever.
Yep.
And I'm just messing with you, Biz. And I didn't. And imagine like, buying FTX, like, you're like, oh, they're buying Voyager. Let me just invest in FTX. And then
thing, bro. They were buying Voyager. They bought BlockFi. Like they were just, it's like such a big scam. Like the biggest. Like we need CoffeeZilla really, or we need Rodney just to make a fucking insane video just detailing it all, because it's so deep. Like it's the deepest. So deep.
The rabbit hole, right? There's always so much good content out there, and honestly, I get my content from. I mean, we all like watch the news and then form our own opinions and speak to our audience about it. But man, there's some rabbit holes down there, man. And I put a video up on my Twitter, and make sure you follow me and Jake on Twitter. Links to our Twitters are in the description down below. Where you can get all that news like right when it happens. But yeah, there's a ton of videos kind of detailing everything that happened.
Yeah, it's so deep, dude. It's like it's insane. It's been a wild week in crypto.
Yeah. And then Awesome says, dude, Jake, me too. I didn't know one person who used FTX. Yeah, come to think of it, who the
not one, bro. I don't know one. Like I have a lot of friends in crypto that live in America, like over 100 friends that invest, and no one has an FTX account. Like I asked people, like, did you have money in FTX? Did you have money in FTX? Did you have like everybody said no.
What'd you call me?
What'd you call me? Yeah, no one had it.
Free Diz with a 99-cent donation. Thank you, baby. Appreciate that. People said in hindsight, Jet says in hindsight, the Voyager CEO was always a little off-putting. Always felt like he was a salesman. I've never even heard that man speak.
Bro, I met him. I took a picture with him. I met him in
really?
At the Bitcoin conference in Miami. This was like right before they went under, and he was there. They had they had Rob Gronkowski sponsor them. They had Victor Oladipo, basketball player, as athletes, and everything looked good too. But he was doing shady shit. He was using his customers' funds, and they had a lot of exposure to Luna, and they had a lot of exposure to 3AC, and he ultimately went down. But I met him. He seemed like an honest, transparent guy. Steve Ehrlich. He came from the traditional financial markets. Like Voyager is a actual exchange. Like they came from the traditional markets. They're on the stock market. They're actual Voyager token, and they're a brokerage. They're a brokerage on the stock market, and they came to crypto, and dude, they fooled everybody. They made it this fast, clean application with very little trading fees. They promised the best price. They had great referral fees, great staking and interest. They pledged to be the safest crypto exchange in the world, crypto brokerage in the world. And when push came to shove, they were doing the same thing FTX did at a smaller scale. They were using their customers' funds to make high leverage, high risk bets. And it ended up failing when the market went down, and they went down with it. And Yeah, I don't know how these guys sleep at night. You know, I really don't. Like Steve Ehrlich and Alex Mashinsky, they lost hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars of people who trusted them, of their money. And right until the end, they lied to everybody's faces saying that your money was safe right until the end, until they paused all withdrawals and people got absolutely wrecked. So I don't know. I hope it's not done for them. I hope that these guys do face federal prison. I think that the SEC and the US needs to set an example for these bad actors. Obviously, I'm not in favor of regulation, but I do think that these guys need to face some jail time so that people know that you can't just come into crypto and scam people and just walk away empty-handed. Like, they need to go to prison.
100%. Holy shit, Volt is running right now, real quick.
What's the market cap?
Dude, it's crazy right now. This says 108. This is diluted though, but oh no, $107. Yeah, wow. 107 million. My bad.
Insane.
Insane. Look at, guys, take your profits. I'm always a big proponent of people. If you got in when we, start talking about Volt, take your profits. Take your fucking profits, right? Always take profits, right? Responsibly. Hayes Dude with the $5 donation says, do you guys ever see a day when nanocap tokens, 50K market cap or less, would be a safer and marketable for retail investors?
Never,
no.
50K and less, no, because there's too many scams. I stopped I haven't aped into a coin in like 2 weeks. My mental health went up. There's too many fucking scams. But yeah, I think like that is how you make the crazy money. It is. You hit 1 out of 10 and you can turn, $100 into 10,000. It's insane, but there's just too many scams in that. Yeah, Volt is running. It's looking very, very impressive. And Rodney's right. Like, you always have to take profits. The thing with me though, it's like I've been taking small profits, but I'm like, I don't see this thing slowing down. Like, it has so much momentum, So it's like there's a thing. It's like, always take profits. Like, if you're, especially in a bear market, if you're up, take profits. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's like, for me, I'm like, hey, I don't want to take too many profits and, because this thing's not slowing down. It's like, dude, it's just like, there's more money coming in. I'm like, all right, like maybe I wait a little bit longer, like, because it looks like it's heading to the all-time high, which is 250 million, because there's just so many catalysts. Like, it's pumping right now before Volti changes even out. Before the tier 1 exchanges, apparently there's 2 major tier 1 exchanges. FTX is not one of them. That's coming as well. So it's like,
really,
I'm like, FTX. I'm like, so do you take profits? So I don't know. I think everybody's in a different situation. If you need money, take profits. If you're up big, take profits. There's nothing wrong with taking profits. No one has ever went broke taking profits.
Absolutely not, right? As long as the outcome is income. That's a Drake line. Shout out to Drake's new album. Every time I listen to that album again, it's so good. I don't care what you haters say. It's a good album, okay? I might be a Drake stan, but it's a good album.
I fucking love Drake. I've been listening to it all. I'm on that bullshit.
Oh my God. That whole album is just good. I listen to every track. I'm like, they're all bangers.
It's all bangers. Yeah. 21-2. Although he raps a little bit dirty for my my virgin ears. I mean, dude, every line he has is about sucking it and fucking it and poking it and stoking it. It's like, dude, that guy, like
21.
21. Yeah, he's good.
Sit on this wood. But I mean, it's all it's all different circumstances, right? Like you said with Volt Inu. I mean, it's Volt Inu is tried and true in the meme coin space. It's tried and true. It's like it's been around forever. So this is one that you can feel comfortable leaving something in for an extended amount of time. Yes. But there are micro caps out there, like you said, under 50K, where like that's risky, man. You doing something like that, it's risky. It could work out, but most of the time it's not going to work out.
And then the argument comes where it's like, well, people got into Volt Inu there, right? People got into Volt Inu at 50K, and it's like that's B Roots' argument. He's like, how are you ever going to get in early? So it's like I see that side, but 99% of those are going to fail. So, or 95%. So it's like, I got into Volt around I think a 12 million market cap. It's now at 107. That's enough gains, right? Like if you put a good amount in, like that's a good enough gains. You don't have to get into a 50K market cap, although your gains would be exponential. It's just, there's just so much more risk in that micro cap space. Have you been degening in as much or not really?
No, not really. I've been kind of trying to, except for I need to stop. Whoever owns Apple apps, ban Postmates app off my phone. I need help. I need professional help.
Bro, do you not use DoorDash?
No, Postmates is better, bro.
Don't you have a Chase Sapphire preferred card?
Yeah, you get points?
No, you get free Dash Pass, so it saves you on like all the delivery fees.
You get free?
Free Dash Pass, baby. Sign up. Use my referral code, $25 and extra fees apply.
Link in description.
You get free Dash. So you should only be using DoorDash only.
Right.
Only.
This stream is sponsored by FT. Want to let you guys know this stream is sponsored by FTX and Voyager, baby.
And BlockFi.
And BlockFi.
And I forgot to tell you, Celsius, they sent some sell tokens earlier too for a shout out. So plug Celsius.
Alex!
Someone would probably use that. Like Jake talked about Celsius.
Okay, so apparently here I want to talk about something because we have about 6 minutes left. But apparently, FTX was responsible for shorting Terra Luna, and that caused the crash. You think that's all true? You think Do Kwon's still responsible?
Yeah, Do Kwon's still responsible, dude.
Yeah, that's what I
you
think.
can't dude. Honestly, bro, this guy comes out of the woodworks the day that FTX goes under. It's like these guys. He needs to fucking just go to that South Korean prison. You know, it's like he lost $60 billion. Like, don't come out here because now he has a scapegoat to blame it on. Like, he's trying to. He wasn't crushed completely though. Like, law number 15, crush your enemies totally. CZ Binance crushed FTX. Like, Do Kwon was not crushed completely. He was still on live streams. Yeah. He was still tweeting, and now he's got a scapegoat. You know, that's another law of power for Robert Greene. I think it's like law 36, like have a scapegoat to blame on. And he's trying to place blame on FTX so he can make a comeback for his ecosystem. But the Loon C token in community thinks it's bullish news. I know you're bullish on Loon C, so.
Absolutely not. That's such a joke, dude. You little dorks out. You got these little dorks out here being, it's going to get to $1. Help me be a validator. Look at this.
Is it pumping?
Yeah, it's up 10%. But look at it. It's still at 3018. Yeah. FTX tokens up 30% today. FTT tokens up 30%.
No.
It's like,
what's the price of that?
It's like $1.
This will be the next token though, by the way. This will be the next FTT classic.
You want to become a validator for FTT? You want to?
No, but I guarantee a lot of the Loon C people, once it dies, will move over here. I'll place a bet on that. Mr. Diamond Hands will be an FTT classic influencer in no time.
No, they're already moving to Cronos now. FTT's dying, so they're already switched to Cronos now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's
and B Roots, like he's such a degen. He did an ape of the day the other day. It was called like Cronu. It was like a degen crow. I'm like, bro, you're such a degen. I'm like, I'm not investing in this. Like, dude, how am I such a degen? I mean, he did, and it's probably up, but it's like, dude.
Yeah, I might. I mean, it's kind of fun. You know, I like gambling. It's what it is gambling, guys. We have a little gambling itch that we got to scratch sometimes, and some of it's more apparent than others. Some people like to just send it a lot on these crazy these crazy plays. You know.
Yeah, I don't have the fortitude to do it all the time. Like I come in, dude, I don't go to the casino every day, right? Like I'll go to the casino once a month, maybe once every 2 months, not that often, and throw a little bit of money. So it's like, that's kind of how I do the aping too. It's like to do it every morning though, is just like, bro, it's mentally exhausting. You have to be on your computer all day long.
Oh, shout out to Brad C gifting 5 My Crypto Journey memberships. Thank you so much.
What happened? How does that work?
So what he's doing is he's giving 5 He's giving 5 memberships to my channel to people. Next time it could be, So thank you so much, Brad. And I do giveaways every Monday for free crypto on my channel for people that are members. So if you guys are into that, you can participate, but you have to be a member. So Eggplant has to be next to your name. So thank you for gifting those, Brad. Damn.
Go, Brad. How do you do that though? Is that like a thing, or he just said it in the chat?
Well, it's always a thing on Twitch. It's a thing on. You could do it on Twitch, but they moved it to YouTube. So I don't know who got the gifted subs or gifted memberships, but people in the chat will randomly get them now.
My Ultra Journey said, I'm afraid to take profits on Volt right now. Yeah, I kind of am too. It's like, a lot of people are. Personally, I'm not afraid. I just feel like it's like I just feel like there's a lot of momentum, but everybody's in. This is just my personal advice, or not my personal advice, my personal opinion. Like I just feel like there's momentum. It's like hard to, but maybe a little bit here or there. But it's like I just feel like it's running. You know, it's like I don't feel like it's slowing down today. Like the Voltage Change hasn't even come out. We don't even know when it's coming out. So. That's my personal opinion.
We don't, and I had the opportunity to get a lot more Volt last month, and I didn't take it. Now I feel like a clown, like an absolute clown.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you got to know.
I don't want to talk about it, Jay.
When Rodney, look, hey guys, quick shout out to Rodney. He literally, as soon as we started talking about Volt, it 3x from when he started talking about Volt. 3x.
Let's just say I got some Volt a little while ago. I had the opportunity to get a lot more, and I missed the pump. So I feel bad for not, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that's what happens though in crypto. It's like at least you have some, right? At least you're catching this pump.
Yeah, 100%. Oh my God, to Terrarium AMAs in 3 minutes. Terrarium is having an AMA. Jesus, fucking scammers.
You're not bullish?
No, the motherfucker asking for $6.3 million for a new shitcoin. Get out of here.
Yeah, I contributed 100 ETH to him, bro. I'm bullish on that.
Did you make a bunch of wallets? Did you open 100 wallets?
No, 200.
Oh, yay!
Doctor? Yeah. Yeah, man. Austin's going to fucking war with those guys, huh?
Oh, dude, Austin's been thugging. Me too. I've been sending it at those guys too. I do not like those guys, dude. I do not like those guys. It's on site, Dr. P. Just kidding. Dr. P's not. It's on site, Milton. Just kidding. But looks like Jake, you're about to start your show here soon, right?
I'll show the show. I'm gonna have Amir Zenenheim on. He's one of my good buddies.
Yay! Okay.
I don't want to say conspiracy theorist, but this guy's like, he goes deep down the rabbit hole, like deep down the rabbit hole. So we're going to talk about a bunch of shit on my channel right now. Crazy stuff, FTX scandals, crypto, all of that. So we'll be migrating over there. Roddy, I don't know what you're doing. I'll send you a link if you want to join. Bleaves as well. I saw you. We're going to talk some shit for about an hour on the channel, baby.
I'm going to make some videos, so I won't be able to join, but I will be there in spirit. I'll probably have it on the side when I'm making my videos. But dude, another showdown. And then remember, Fridays at 9 a.m. on your channel, baby. We're going to send it. Let's get it.
9 a.m. We're sending it. That's week 5. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you want to continue the talk, we'll be live on my channel, and we'll see you later. See you, Jake. Peace.
Thank you guys so much for watching today. If you want to go to migrate to Jake's channel for a V2, well, they will continue. I can't speak words. The degeneracy. Go ahead and do that. Thank you so much for watching us. I appreciate you guys. Do me a favor, smash that like button on the way out. And again, thank you so much to all my members. We just gave away $100 in USDC yesterday on my channel. If you are a member, which means you have a eggplant next to your name. I have 3 tiers, $3, $5, or $10. Whatever you choose, right? You will be entered into those giveaways. So hit that like button on the way out. I appreciate y'all. Have a good one. Oh, bye-bye. Oh, bye. Shut up, Sacco Hunt. Shut up, Jake. All right, Jake says migrate. What's up, Legal and John going at it? What's up, Edgar? Eric. Joseph says, "Can I be a member?" I'm poor as fuck. I mean, I have a $3 membership, so it's $3 for a whole month. I mean, it's up to you. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Oh, bye-bye. Oh, bye-bye now.